we're back for planting more winter wheat. Hey, we're planting some wheat back there. It's October 15th, middle of the month. Where the heck did October go already? Anyways, we've got some fairly dry conditions finally. We had a decent amount of rain early on in October. That's made it kind of tough to get anything done. We have been out in the fields harvesting. I think I may have mentioned it in another one of these videos. I have yet to be a part of it. Actually, it was in the video before this one. Prepping, ground prep and starting to plant winter wheat. Anyways, been working on corn the last couple of days just because we ran out of dry beans. Not dry beans, but mature beans. The first probably 100 and gosh, how many acres came out already? Probably at least 100 acres of soybeans that came out of the fields with stuff we got planted real early on this spring, like in the end of April before it started raining a lot, and on sandier ground, granite. And that stuff was matured, ready to go. Some of it's already gotten planted to wheat. I think not where I was planting in last video I uploaded, but everything in this video is ground that was wheat, or excuse me, was soybeans, and it's going to wheat. This, I don't know if you guys can see it out there. Let me take you down for a second. Can you see the corn fodder in the field? Now this was corn, and sorry about that. Got chisel plow down. Now make some decisions on where I want to take my tractor right now. Just turn, I guess. Not the right thing to do. That wasn't the right thing to do. I'm not as familiar with this field. I've only done tillage on this property. I've never actually planted it yet in all the years I've been farming this ground. Anyways, where was I? So this ground was corn, and we took it out, took the corn off, and it's a pretty sandy farm, and it's close to home. So, boss made the decision to chisel plow it up to kind of help mix in that residue, and then disced it over twice. And this is the seed bed, and it's actually a really, really nice seed bed for being corn fodder. That hasn't had any opportunity to break down. Usually, you let your corn stalks and corn stubble lay in your field over winter, they till up real nice in the spring. Well, this has had absolutely no opportunity to do that because we literally planted it. I bet it was a week ago when this got harvested. Oh, the corn fodder hasn't had a chance to really break down in the field like it would naturally. So as I stated a second ago, this farm is close to home, which we kind of like that. A lot of times we run our winter wheat, or when we're harvesting our winter wheat in the summer, we'll run combines off of the dealership lot. And the reason behind that, the combines and the bean heads or grain heads, the reason behind that is it's a good way to test out what we have in inventory, make sure it's field ready, you know, find any potential hidden problems, and then get them remedied and in working order, or ready to go, I should say, before, you know, September or August, September, October, when guys start thinking about maybe it's time to upgrade the combine to something maybe a little bit newer or less hours or whatever. Same for like the grain heads. So our winter wheat is like our testing ground, if you will, where in the summertime we run a lot of our used lot equipment in the wheat fields. So it's nice to have fields that are fairly close to home because a lot of times you know, you get something in on trade-in or you pick it up at an auction and it looks good, you get it to the field and it's not good. And so it's kind of nice to have stuff, fields that are close to home. So if you have a major breakdown or you're just having a lot of problems with a combine or head, it's not a big deal to just run back over to the lot, get something different, or run the outfit back to the shop and do some work on it before you take it back out to the field. So a lot of times, a majority of our winter wheat is fairly close to where our shop headquarters is at. Not all the time, but usually. So that's one reason why this cornfield, or was a cornfield, went into winter wheat right now. So it's, I picked you guys up a second ago and show you. I'm just glancing across the field here as I go across, and there's not a lot of corn stubble showing, which is good. It's all mixed into the soil and incorporated in. What's there is pretty well beat up from the disc and the rolling, or not the rolling desk, we use a packer behind the disc. So the knives on the air seeder are able to cut through it pretty well and get the seed down into the seed trench, not lay it on top of a bunch of fodder to dry out and not grow. So I'm going to be going back and forth across the field here for the next few hours. I think this field's 75 or 77 acres. It's a pretty big field. But the nice thing is it's just like a big, huge rectangle with kind of a little dog leg up by the road. So it's not a lot of turning around and stuff, just a lot of long rows back and forth. So have fun. We're filling wheat seed. So we're going to be doing a little bit of disking for a while. We got rained out the other night, and this ground over Durr has been disked over once, or I guess they ran the offset disc on it because it's corn stalks and corn stubble, and it's pretty high yielding. They disked it once, now we're coming through with the regular disc and disking it a second time, and it's leaving a pretty good seed bed out there. And so we got limited daylight left, so I was going to get the disc running. Another guy from the farm's coming to take it over, but it'd be nice to get this stuff disked over for the last pass, and then still have a little bit of daylight to help dry out the top, because even though it's maybe dry enough to be on it, if it's tacky, because it gets disked overnight, we brought some moisture up to the top. If it's tacky, my gauge wheels on the drill start to get covered up in dirt, and pretty soon my gauge wheels have increased in size by an inch, inch and a half, 2 inches, and that raises my seed trench higher and higher and higher. Pretty soon I'm not in the ground. So, I mean, I don't ever let it get to that situation, but we're trying to avoid that. So I'm going to disc for a little while. We're disking. Alright, you guys see that rich, brown, kind of damp looking soil, and then it's drier over there? That right there is why I'm trying to get some disking done in the daylight. Excuse me. Let the sun get down on that soil and dry that top off. I mean, it only needs to be dry at the top 1/4 inch or so, because my gauge wheels literally just sit on top of the soil, just keep me from being too deep. So I just need it to be dry on top so I can plant without having problems. There's that old sunflower working its heart out. I've got our brilliant packer back there. Does a very nice job creating a nice firm seedbed situation for the air seeder. And I don't know what that semi's doing out there, but he looks confused. He just backed in off the county road onto our farm lane. I'm zoomed in so much you can't see him, but he had the traffic stopped for a little while out there on the road, trying to figure out where he's going or what he's doing. Back to drilling wheat. Idea to check our seed depth. I think this is probably the third field I've been in since I've gotten out and checked to make sure everything's set where I want it to be. Now, our field conditions really overall haven't changed since we set up the air seeder for planting. I think I just saw one. field conditions haven't really changed, so I shouldn't expect to have to do any adjustments. But it's always good to reconfirm that everything you're doing is what you want to be doing. So I'm digging. I look like a fool here on my camera. Not gonna find one. Pretty sure I'm in a seed trench. Come on. There's a lot of corn fodder here, because this field was corn, and so that's kind of making it hard to see down into my trench. I feel like I'm in the trench now. Good night. There was one. Flicked it out of the way. I don't know where the heck it went, but about an inch and a, probably right at 2 inches. Let's say 1 3/4. Kind of hitting an 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 is where we want to be. There we go. See him down in there? On the bottom of my gauge. Top of the dirt. It's probably 1 3/4 inches. I've kind of mounded it up here on the sides. Another row, or another set of rows. Do a little more digging here. Oh, there's one right there. See it? About 1 3/4 inches as well from the seed where I popped them out to the soil. It looks like it's at the 2, but the angle is probably off a little bit. I can't really tell if I can show you much better. Do a little more digging around here. I'm pretty happy. 1 3/4 inches, 1.5 inches, 2 inches, somewhere in that area. 2 inches is getting awful deep, but we want those roots to be down pretty low so we can go across pretty soon. Alright, so this will be wrapping up this video. I think we've come to the end. We ended up planting about 51 acres last night, and that was the last of the dry ground that we had available to plant to wheat. We're up to about 265 acres total. And we kind of want to plant about another, 350? But, excuse me, those other fields are heavier ground, wetter ground, of course. And we had just been rained out prior to last night planting. We'd been rained out the day before. Wasn't a bunch of rain, but it was enough that the ground that was already fairly saturated is now just, it's too wet. And we're hitting, today's October 18th. I'm not saying that through the weekend they won't get more wheat planted. I'm not working through the weekend, but Mike might plant a few more acres. If something dries up enough, he can get on it. It's not going to be a lot. And then the beginning of next week, they're calling for at least 1 day of rain, maybe 2. And with cooler temperatures, the rain, once it rains, the ground doesn't dry up very fast. So probably going to be done planting wheat. We might get a few more acres in here and there, but it's not going to be a lot more. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys like my videos and you like my content, please subscribe, or at least consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like my videos, please give them a big old thumbs up. Thanks.